This is me just doing a short little video about Enochian Ritual for Humanity week 3. I'm still quite feverish, so I'm just keeping it simple. I keep a dream journal and everything, but since the fever is like that, I can't really think as clearly. But I felt like that it was roads to travel, personal or shared experiences in spirituality. And for all seekers, the Holy Grail is to unite with the Divine, to fill that hole in the soul that St. John of the Cross always talked about, the empty part that longs for unity. The pain when you feel that you are lost, forgotten, or you don't exist. And then there's the two different roads that take you in the history of East and West. The East, where you withdraw, get enlightenment, meditation, and then you want to stay in the escapism. And in West, it was withdrawal, enlightenment, prayer. But instead of escaping, it was to serve others. So it was meant to be like that. I know that this doesn't always work, but that was the core meaning in the old days. And I think the questions here is, what do you want? Do you want to serve others, like bring healing and relief? Or do you want to create together, like innovation and inspiration? Teach, those sort of things? Or do you really long to withdraw, go into mysticism, or like the Eastern traditions, and just get a complete peace of mind for a while and rest there? Or do you long to have control and stability? And that's often caused by trauma, which can be death or accidents or loss, or fears, whatever. And then there's the using of spirituality that comes from different sources, like beliefs and personal. How do you put these together, like sacred texts, the Bible, or the ancient mythologies, religion, own beliefs, experiences? But one thing that most people are connected to, that there is one creator that is above, that created all this, and then there are the gods and goddesses, dragons, angels and demons here. And then in the middle we have the light and the dark. Often demons are more on the dark side and angels more on the light, but I feel that they are all quite grey. There's a presence of evil in the world, but that is usually caused by humans, and so I guess there might be a huge evil thing somewhere, but that can be fought by our own actions and beliefs and whatever we choose to do. And then the void, the nothingness, that don't scare me, has never scared me at all. It's just that part of my acceptance that, or in my view, that if you breathe, you have to breathe in and breathe out, and the void is just like a middle thing in the middle of that of the whole universe. So I don't fear the void. I just accept that there's nothing, and if there's nothing, there's no fear, there is nothing. So I don't see that as I see it more like a resting space, and take a break and contemplate. Since you can't do anything in the void, since there is nothing, so why do you fear the void? And then I've always been pulled up from the void by Michael or Uriel, so that's my experience. You might have some other deity that comes and picks you up from there. And here I was just doing some silly little things like what spirituality might look like. And this is sometimes what my life's been like, that I can stay up here on the lighter side and then I take a dive into the dark and then I climb slowly and then I enter there and then they're stable up here a little bit over the line here and white, and then I step into darkness. And even if I would like that it would be a perfect spiral, and sometimes I wish that it could be like this, that it is quite like many who meditate and so that they have quite a light, but I'm more like this chaotic here. That's why I keep sacred ritual every day, for at least I can climb up for, let's say, a half an hour each day, and a half an hour each day is better than nothing. But I have to work at it, so I'm not perfect. Then I have a friend who practices yoga, and he's always in this state, but he's not really in this world, if we say it like that. He's somewhere in his own mind, peace. But he doesn't really care what happens outside of his own life either, so that's what I don't like about his part, since he lives just for himself and his own enlightenment. And here we have a non-believer who might believe, but he don't realize it, but he don't even think about it. And then with religion, it is really a shared experience, and people share the same belief, and that is a non-thinking path, I think. They just follow. And in magic, it is always a personal experience. Two people experience energies and everything in different ways. And growth by experience and harsh lessons, that's been my route, that I've been knocked down quite a few times. Many times. And then we have the Christianity path here, that is quite so wrong. It always ends up to the apocalypse. And I think that the apocalypse happens in our lives so many times, each year even sometimes. And then we take on again, so that don't really jive with me, that there is a beginning and an end, since that can't really work with my mind. And then this is a constant round thing, and I think that time is like this, since I seem to not always, in magic at least, it can be past, present and future at the same time. I can't explain it better. And here we have the old spiral, and so I'm more like into this. And then the monotheism and polytheism and anitheism and dualism, but I always see that all are seeking for the divine, male or female, or unity and with the source. And I'm a classic theism, so that is why I do things my way, is because I do my best, I serve, but I know I can't never be holy. And that's the main difference there, that you can't buy yourself in with good acts, with anything. You are just yourself and live honestly. And then there's the personal theism that caused the rift with the Catholic Church since they started that. That is that you can become holy by acting holy and through your actions, and that, I think that is a problem, since nobody can be holy by actions only. It has to be true and come from the soul and heart. And here's just also one thing I thought I mentioned, that this is like many people, they search for the bliss nirvana when they meditate. And my goal is to, whether I contemplate or kick out in a minute, it can go really fast, or when I get pulled out of my body, it is that I go up and then I want to bring it down, and I go up and I want to bring it down. I don't want to stay there. I think I've always felt that my goal is to go up there and take it down. I've never taken energy from the earth like that. I go outside and I call upon higher energy that I give to the earth. So I don't do that I empower things from earth. I call upon higher energies to empower the earth for healing. So I do things a little bit weirdly sometimes. But that was all for now, and have a magical day. Bye for now.